Man, this is a tough one for me, man. This is a rematch. These guys just fought a few months ago. It was a draw, and I went against the grain that time. I picked Alonzo Menifield to win that fight. He was a pretty big underdog at that in that matchup. But now it's basically an even money fight as they had a draw in their last one. And really, Menifield kind of screwed the pooch in that one, man. Like, he should have won that fight. He almost finished him multiple times with strikes and probably should have got him out of there. He just didn't have the composure to quite land those right shots when he had him in big trouble. And he also got a point taken away. So that point taken away is what made the fight a draw. So Menifield in the first round easily could have knocked him out. And then he should have won a decision, but he got a point taken away from grabbing the cage. So this fight really shouldn't be a rematch. Menifield should have won and progressed in his career. And now they're having to do it again. So that's very kind of nerve-wracking for me because you have to wonder how Menifield feels about that. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a interesting fight. And Jimmy Crute, I think he has another chance to kind of rewrite this fight. And he found the formula in the end. Like, the third round, he dominated when he got the wrestling going. And it's basically a wrestler versus grappler, or wrestler versus striker in this fight. Even though I think Menifield has the wrestling to compete with Crute, and Crute doesn't have the striking to compete with Menifield. When Crute gets it to the ground and gets on top, he dominates. And on the feet, Menifield is just way better than Crute is. Crute, he has that chin-first style, comes forward, just way too hittable. And Menifield's a powerhouse. He was just teeing off with the jab. He was landing all the right hands he was throwing. It just had Crute hurt on multiple occasions. He was way too fast for him. He was too explosive. And Crute was really struggling to close that distance and just getting hammered, man. But he hung in there. And when he got the takedowns, he was able to control and really kind of dominate the top position. He didn't get close to finishing or anything like that, but Menifield never got close to getting up. But Menifield did show, like in the second round, he stuffed a lot of takedowns. He was able to sprawl, and if he can defend the takedowns, he's going to win this fight. And really, it just comes down to Jimmy Crute as the grit and grappling edge, and he's going to shoot 100 takedowns and, try to get it to the ground if he has to, need be. And once he gets it to the ground, he can control and ride it out on top. And Menifield has to come in shape, ready to defend the takedowns, just be a little bit more composed on the feet, find your shots. And if you could sprawl and brawl, you're going to knock this guy out or you're going to win a very easy decision. So, man, I mean, trusting Alonzo Menifield's fight IQ, I think is like, I don't know. I mean, it's horrible, but I just don't like Jimmy Crute, his fighting style. I don't like that he's coming back so fast. He's like coming back 5 months after that last fight. They took a lot of damage in that fight, or Crute took a lot of damage, not really Menifield. And I'm going to say Menifield wins by decision or wins by first round knockout, but really no confidence in this one. I trusted Menifield more in the first fight for some reason, and now after seeing him even do well in the first one, it's just something to tell me probably it's a pass, but I'm going to go with Menifield as the pick. I'm going to say he'll win by decision, I'll say.